Welcome, Bulldog Nation. Tuesday night here, February the 4th, here in Van Buren, Arkansas, Claire Bates Arenas. Greenwood Lady Bulldogs are being hosted by the Van Buren Lady Pointers. Third game in a three-game stretch of being out of town for our Lady Bulldogs tonight, as they split games last week as they had to make the long trip to Harrison, followed up by the win at Mountain Home against the Mountain Home Bombers. Some highlights from this year so far. We're halfway through the conference season for the 5A West. Greenwood currently 5-2, with our only losses coming against Farmington and Harrison. Some game highs for the ladies. They've been hot on the road, all these game highs. Izzy Smith with a game high, Mountain Home at 40 points last Friday, as she had the hot hand. Kyla Piercy, 34 points, was her game high against Russellville on the road. And then Piper Pitts coming in with 12 points on the road against Harrison as a high point total for her. Greenwood met up with the Lady Pointers first game of the conference season and walked away with a win, 81-58. And Piercy was the game high of 27 points in that game. So it'll be nice to see her come out hot again tonight here on the road and chalk up some good baskets. Van Buren Lady Pointers are 17-6 overall for the season, with a conference 4 wins and 3 losses, with their wins coming against Russellville, Alma, Harrison, Siloam Springs, and then their losses against Greenwood, Mountain Home, and Farmington. Currently, Greenwood's tied with Mountain Home in the 5A West standings behind Farmington, and so each of those with a 5-2 record. I know the Lady Bulldogs are looking to get back home, and we'll be back home in the friendly confines of HB Stewart Arena on Friday. So I know they'll be glad to see some smiling faces that they recognize there. We'll have our normal starting 5 tonight for the Lady Bulldogs, as and we'll take a break here for the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem.
At this time, we ask you please rise as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence, and then the playing of our National Anthem. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And now the playing of our national anthem.
Greenwood Lady Bulldogs will have their normal starting 5. Ashlyn Rose, a junior. Piper Pitts, a senior. Izzy Smith, a senior. Pate Jones, a senior. And Kyla Piercy, a junior, as as they'll be our starting five tonight. Starting five for the Lady Pointers. Hope Oden, number 2. Lillian Gilbert, number 3. Oden's a sophomore. And Gilbert's a senior. Number 11, Aspen Cone. She's a senior. Number 22, A.J. McDonald, a junior. That was the starting five handed to me. We'll see if that holds true as they get ready to call out the Lady Pointers starting five. Like I said, this is the start of our second half of the 5A West Conference. We've still got 4 home games awaiting us. That next home game to be Friday night as Harrison's going to make that trip down to Greenwood. 2 away games. We still got to go up to Farmington and Siloam Springs. So a little bit of travel still left, and then the ladies will get the open date there on February the 18th. We had to play the 3 road games in a row because of the snow game that made us miss Harrison. So that put Harrison and Mountain Home in the same week. And Lady Bulldogs, like I said, they did a good job. They split that game, took Harrison all the way to overtime in a 52-55 loss that came down to the wire in that game. But the girls bounced back well, took that long trip again back up to northern Arkansas into the land of the Mountain Home and walked away with that with a good win, 77-56. The girls are out in the middle, in the circle, ready for the tip-off. Ashlyn Rose ready to tip, and she'll be in there against McDonald for the Lady Pointers. 8 minutes on the clock, and here we go on the first period of the game tonight. And the tip's going to go to Greenwood and quickly over to the left-hand side. The Pitts up for 3, no good. Here come the Lady Pointers with a long outlet pass down to McDonald. She gets a flashing Oden down inside for 2. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. Jones with the ball. She's in the lane. Kicks it left to Rose. She thought about a 3. Didn't pull the trigger. Pitts down the right side of the lane toward the block. Back up top to Piercy. Piercy drives, left hand in the lane. Pulls up, little 4-foot jumper. It's up and good for 2. Greenwood picking up full court. Lady Pointers driving down to the block. She couldn't get it to go as Greenwood got their hand on that. And it'll be Lady Pointers, Van Buren ball on the baseline. Van Buren to inbound over in the corner. Quick pass back down to the block from Odom. Rebounded again by McDonald for 2. Here comes Jones for the Bulldogs. In the lane. Almost lost the handle. Gets it back out to Smith. Smith lets them get set back up into their half court. Drives right side into the block. Up and off the back of the glass. No good. Greenwood down by 2. 4-2. Van Buren with the ball. Rose out on the ball as she tries to stop the defender from driving. Makes her pick up her dribble. Hand it off. Driven down into the lane. Missed off the block. Here comes Jones. Rebound by Rose. Long shot. No good. Back down inside. Rebounded by Pearson. Rose dribbled down, ball knocked away. Van Buren back center of the court. Made her pick up her dribble. Van Buren in the front court. Jones on the ball as the defender drives down to the baseline. No good. Rebound with Rose. It's 2 rebounds for Rose so far. Jones with the ball, left side, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith looks to drive, right side, back to the left hand. Kicks it out to the right-hand corner to Rose for 3. No good. Just couldn't draw in the iron. And here comes Van Buren with the ball. Pass down low, knocked away by Rose. Couldn't quite get her hands on it, and it's going to go out of bounds. Be Van Buren ball on the baseline. Cone to inbound for the Lady Pointers. Over in the corner, Piercy up, tight defense. She makes her pick up her dribble. Trying to knock the ball away. Baseline drive, kicks it way back out front court. 3-point shot up, off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound Rose. Long pass from Jones to Piercy. Piercy on the left-hand side in the lane, hands it off to Piper. Pitts, she couldn't handle it, kicks it back outside. Top of the key, good three for Jones. As Jones was able to spot up there in the top of the key. Piercy on the ball as Van Buren crosses the half-court line. Picks up the dribble, down and toward the lane. Rose, she's playing tough defense. Turnaround jumper for Odom. Jones with the ball. Dribble pass to Piercy. Piercy top of the key up by the free throw line. Back to Jones. Left-hand side. Drives in by Piper. Pitts up and good for two off the glass. Nice drive by Pitts as she got into the lane. There's going to be a foul on Smith, her first team foul of the night. Greenwood can get set up in their full court press now. Got some substitutes here for Van Buren. Odom with the ball. Greenwood looking to trap. Back over to Odom. Greenwood in there rotating 1-3-1 half-court defense. Ball down low on the block. All knocked away by Rose. What a good defensive play as she was able to swat that ball out of the Van Buren girl's hand as Odom tried to go up for the shot. Inbound McDonald for two off the glass. Here comes Jones. Jones quickly with the left hand over to Piercy on the left side guard. Piercy drove into the lane, had to pull up right at the free throw line. Shot up for Pitts. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes the Lady Pointers. Long pass down inside, overthrew. They're big down in the lane, and that's going to be out of bounds. Turnover to Greenwood, and Pitts the inbounds to Jones, and Jones will bring it up center of the court. She's looking to drive, right-hand side, nice little move. Kicked it left to Piercy, tried the dump pass, and it got knocked away. Big Greenwood's ball down on the baseline. Pitts the inbound as Greenwood sets up on their inbounds play. Over to Smith. Smith on the far wing. She drives left behind the back, kicks it back outside to Pitts for three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebounded by Jones. Right side to Rose in the corner. Rolls around, won't go. Fought for the rebound. Piercy almost had it, and it's kicked back out to Van Buren. They get the ball down the lane. Rejected by Rose. Recovered by Van Buren, and here comes the Lady Bulldogs. Smith with the ball. Get knocked away. Some close defense as it was knocked away. Official wasn't giving any signal to let anybody know we still had possession, so Smith just played defense on the ball. And that's going to be a first foul on Piercy. Second team foul for the night. Ball ended by Van Buren under the base on the baseline. Back out to the far right corner. Up on the wing. Back in the right corner. Shot put up, no good. Rebound by Jones. Here comes Jones with the ball. She's fouled from behind, no call, as Gilbert bumped into her and goes out of bounds off the Van Buren Lady Pointer. It'll be Pitts the inbound on the baseline. Long inlet pass to Piercy. Piercy for three off the front of the iron. Fought for it. Piercy got the rebound off the floor and up again for two. As she stayed there and followed her shot, and the ball ended up on the floor. And she was able to come out with that. Van Buren with the ball, cross half court, almost stolen away by Jones. It'll be ball on the far side, being inbounded by Van Buren. Piercy had a chance at it, pulled up, didn't want to get that foul, and making contact. Van Buren with the ball, 3-point shot up, good for McDonald. The corner's up 13-9 here with 1:56 left. Rose over in the left corner, good for three. Ashlyn Rose with the three-pointer is a good answer for Van Buren's recent three. Stolen away by Pitts. Pitts long outlet pass to Smith. Smith good for two. Pitts got a nice takeaway there. She stepped into the passing lane. Van Buren back with the ball. Greenwood up now by 1. 1.5 left in the first period. Up on top of the key, off the Van Buren girl's foot, taken away by Rose. Outlet pass to Smith. Smith's ball is knocked out of her hands, and that's going to be on the baseline. As Rose did a good job of getting her hand there into the passing lane. As Van Buren has another substitution, and that's Odom coming in. Inbounded by Pitts to Piercy. Piercy up and in for two. 16-13, just over a minute left here in the first period. Van Buren in trouble, and there's a timeout called by the Van Buren coach. And that's going to be a 30-second timeout on the Lady Pointers. Lady Bulldogs came out, lit the fuse after getting behind by a few points. Now trying to take control here, 16-13 with 1:03 left in the game. Some stat information, Kyla Piercy, she's our rebound leader for the team, over 118 rebounds so far this season. Ashlyn Rose with 90 rebounds for the season, and Piper Pitts with 75 rebounds. So those are our top three rebound leaders on the team for the whole season, not just conference, but non-conference as well. Here comes Van Buren with the ball. 1 minute left, down by 3. Greenwood up by 3. Greenwood got her to pull up her dribble, almost thrown away. Rose, or that was Piercy, tried to get the steal, and she's going to pick up a foul, and that's going to be her second foul. And that's going to bring somebody up off the bench as Piper Pitt's going to re-enter as Keely Dolan came in out of that timeout. 53 seconds left. Ball inbounded to Van Buren. Way up top over the left wing. She drove. They made her turn around and come back. Had to give that up. Far right-hand wing. Tries to get it down low. Stolen away by Jones. Jones with the ball as she's trying to get numbers. Van Buren got back, kicked it over left to Journey Clements. She's in the game now. And ball back up top for Smith. Over to Jones. Jones dribble left hand, kicks it to the left side to Clements. Clements dribbles back up top. Less than 20 seconds in the game, in the period. There goes Smith in the lane. Right-handed layup. Nice little running jump shot for Izzy. Under 10 seconds in the period. Van Buren trying to break half court. Good defense there by Journey as she comes up and makes her stop her dribble. Long three-point shot attempt. And it's no good. That's the end of your first period for the Lady Pointers and the Lady Bulldogs. We'll step away here shortly. Be right back. This is Bulldog basketball.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
We're back, Greenwood fans, here at Claire Bates Arena in Van Buren, Arkansas. Greenwood up 18-13 right now, as we've got Journey Clements, Keely Dolan now on the floor, along with Smith and Jones and Pitts. Van Buren with the ball, far right side wing, tried to cross court, knocked away. And that's going to be a foul on 21. Izzy Smith with her second foul tonight. Piercy on the bench currently with 2 fouls of her own. Van Buren on the far right wing, down on the sideline. Way back, long pass, almost stolen away by Clements. Clements finally gets the ball as she takes it away. Here comes Greenwood with the ball. Over to Smith for 3, off the mark, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Greenwood. Greenwood almost got a fast break as Clements was able to knock that ball away. Van Buren trying to get across the timeline. Smith stops the ball, gets back on the ball. They're in their 1-3-1 zone. Looking to trap. Van Buren drives to the top of the key over the far right-hand side. Down the top of the lane to McDonald. Way up top outside the three-pointer taken and no good. Rebounded by Pitts. And here comes Pitts as she drives top of the key into the lane. Gives it back up to Jones. Jones is going to be fouled by number 12, Henry. And that's her first foul tonight. Inbound by Dolan. Way up top. Greenwood's got the ball top of the key in the hands of Smith. Smith's driving right-hand side, down the block. Couldn't get it to go. Here comes Van Buren on the left side, down the block, up and off the glass. And that's good for Gilbert with her layup off the glass. Here's Jones over to the right to Pitts. Back up top to Dolan. Dolan looked to drive, kicks it back out to Jones. Jones starts to set up top of the key over to Clements. Clements, quick pass out to Pitts on the top. Back to Jones. Jones looks to drive. Back to Clements, left side, top of the key to Pitts. Pitts drives, right block, up the glass, rolls around. Couldn't get it to go. She had the shot she wanted. Almost stolen away there by Jones as she was hustling to get her hands in the passing lane. Knocks the ball out right in front of the Greenwood bench. Almost 2 minutes gone in the second period already. Safety valve inlet for Van Buren. Left-hand corner, she almost lost it. Stolen away by Smith. Smith 1-on-2. She looks to drive, pulls it back out. Inside the lane to Dolan. Dolan couldn't get it to go. Ball recovered by Clements. Back to Dolan. Dolan drives the lane, kicks it outside to Clements, rolls in and out. Can't get it to go. Here come the Lady Corners. They drive for her right side wing, back to the top of the key for McDonald. McDonald on the free throw line, extended elbow. Little 2-foot shot, it's inside the 3-point line by Gilbert. 18-17. Greenwood ahead by 1 as they're in the front court. Clements with the ball, back up top to Jones. Jones far right side to Pitts. Pitts drives baseline. They cut her off. She gets it back up top. Knocked away by Van Buren as they drive toward the lane. Clements tried to knock it away and couldn't. And that's 2 points for Cone as Van Buren gets back in front by 1. Clements drives down to the lower left block, kicks it back up top. Quick pass over to Jones. Jones back down toward the lane to Clements. Pitts looks to drive, left-hand side to Dolan. She passes up that 3. Down inside to Jones in the lane, kicks it out to the right side to Clements, bounces around, couldn't get that one to roll. The shooter's roll wasn't there for Clements, as here comes the Lady Pointers, as they give a lob pass down inside, and it's up and good to McDonald. That's their big. They give up a lot of size and height to her. Clements for the three, no good. Van Buren up 21-18 now. 4 minutes left in the first half. And we've got a foul on the floor, and that's going to be on Clements, her first foul of the game, second team foul here of the period. That's going to bring Rose and Piercy back into the game, as Smith and Pitts are going to have a seat. Van Buren with the ball in the front court. Up top of the key. Greenwood in their 1-3-1 zone. Van Buren's shot no good, rims out. Jones with the rebound. Over the left-hand side of the corner to Clements. She had trouble handling it. Ball knocked out by Van Buren as they ran into Jones, as she came to help Clements on the far side. And that's going to be Greenwood ball on the far sideline, as Clements will move into position for the inbound. Inbound to Jones. Jones drives in the lane, kicks it right to Rose. Rose down toward the baseline, tries to get Jones up top, couldn't quite get it into her hands. Now there's a scuffle for the ball on the floor. As Clements, she sold out and went down on her hands and knees, and she was able to tie that ball up. It'll be Greenwood's ball with the possession arrow in their favor. Dolan to inbound. Into Jones. Jones way up top on the logo. Into Piercy. Piercy looks to drive. Right hand, left hand. Side step up and in for good. For Piercy at her first points of the second period. Here with just under 3.5 minutes in the first half of the game. 20-21. Greenwood still trying to cut that deficit, get the lead back, as they had it coming out of the first period. Ball down inside. Rose tried to knock it away, got her hand on it. Again, Greenwood fighting for the ball on the ground. Ball comes out, gets it in the hands of Clements, who gives it back to Piercy. Piercy down the center. She looks to drive, kicks it back out to Jones. Jones with a step back for three. No good. Here comes Van Buren. Greenwood's coming out on defense. They look to trap. Shot up, no good. Follow up, rebound by Van Buren. Down inside, they kick it back outside for three. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Rose. Smith now coming back in, as Clements is going to come out here with 2 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first half. Greenwood down by one, looking to get the lead back here on this possession. Jones with the ball, way up on the logo. She sees a cutter, that's Smith. Smith at the top of the key. She drives left-hand side, loses the handle on it as Van Buren was able to get their hand inside and knock that out on the baseline. A little last-ditch effort there to knock that ball away, as Smith had clear view of the basket. Down the baseline, inbound by Dolan. She sees Piercy cutting, and Piercy's going to be fouled as she went in for the layup on that inbounds play, and that's going to send Greenwood to the line to shoot two, and that's the first foul on Odin. And that shot for Piercy is up and good. Second shot for Piercy, and it's up and good as well. Greenwood up by one with just right at 2 minutes left in the first half. Long cross-court pass, dangerous pass by Van Buren. They've made her pick up her dribble, knocked away by Dolan, recovered by Van Buren, because Dolan did a good job of fighting for that pass. Ball on the left-hand wing, shot up for three, no good. Rebounded by Odom down in the lane. Rose got her hand on it, couldn't get collect it. Back up top. She's right at a minute and a half left in the first half of the game. Van Buren with the ball inside. Got her hand on it by Jones. Jones did a good job of altering the shot. Here comes Pearson. 1-on-3, Piercy. She goes up inside the lane for two. Nice little 8-footer there inside the lane for Piercy. 24-21. Van Buren loses control as they try to lob pass down inside to their big, and it's out on the baseline. 24-21. Greenwood up by 3 here with right at a minute left in the first half. Jones with the ball. She looks for the cutter. Over the left side to Dolan. Dolan gets a nice little fake. Goes in on the baseline. Van Buren knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Greenwood ball on the baseline under their own goal. Dolan the inbound to Rose. Rose quick back pass up top to Piercy. Piercy for 3. Off the side of the iron. Wouldn't go. Here comes Van Buren quickly with the ball across half court. Looking to drive down and toward the lane. Little jump shot with a 12-footer for Gilbert. 24-23. Quick pass down into Piercy. She lays it up and in for 2 as Greenwood broke that any semblance of a press by Van Buren quickly. 30 seconds left here in the first half of the game. Greenwood trapping on the far side. Down on the right-hand corner. Back top of the free throw line for Van Buren, and she drove in. That was Cone, and she was fouled. Fouled by Dolan, and that's going to be Dolan's first foul of the game. Greenwood's 3rd foul of the period. Coming up on 10 seconds left in the first half. Rose has got her trapped in the left-hand corner. She gets it back out top of the key to Oden. Oden back to Gilbert. Long 3, no good. Rebound fought for and recovered by Smith. And Smith got her position under the basket. And there you are into the first half. Greenwood 26, the Corners 23. We'll be back here with some point stats. This is Bulldog basketball.
Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC in Charleston are unloading every week. To see what is arriving next, you can visit hugm.com, HUGGM.com. The Hug family has made car buying an enjoyable experience for over 80 years in their spacious showroom in Charleston. Don't pay too much on your next vehicle. See the Hug team where you don't pay extra dock or prep fees. Hug Chevrolet Buick GMC on Main Street in Charleston. Hometown sales and service since 1937.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
At Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. We focus on your experience with the most modern eye exams and procedures for the entire family in one convenient location. We focus on how you feel, diagnosing and treating a whole range of vision conditions and eye disease. We focus on what you care about, finding the right combinations of frames and lenses so nothing prevents you from living your best life. Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. You'll see.
Right now at Randall Ford, we have huge selection of slightly used vehicles. No matter what you are looking for, we have it. Hondas, Chevys, GMCs, Fords. At Randall Ford, we have what you want at the budget you can afford. 0 down, 0% interest, plus deferred payments for 90 days. Need some extra cash? We will buy your vehicle, whatever you have. Plus, we will pay top dollar. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue, or online 24/7 at randallford.com. The 4th oldest Ford dealer in America.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
I'm not real popular with the insurance companies because I see the mayhem they cause every day by holding your hard-earned money in their good hands. But it's your money. I don't go with the flow, and I don't believe their bullshit. They only wish they could stop me, and the last thing they want is for you to have my number in your phone, because I'll give them mayhem. I'm Phil Votaw. You never met a lawyer like me.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
Right now at Randall Ford, we have huge selection of slightly used vehicles. No matter what you are looking for, we have it. Hondas, Chevys, GMCs, Fords. At Randall Ford, we have what you want at the budget you can afford. 0 down, 0% interest, plus deferred payments for 90 days. Need some extra cash? We will buy your vehicle, whatever you have. Plus, we will pay top dollar. Stop in today. Randall Ford, 5500 Rogers Avenue, or online 24/7 at randallford.com. The fourth oldest Ford dealer in America.
At Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. We focus on your experience with the most modern eye exams and procedures for the entire family in one convenient location. We focus on how you feel, diagnosing and treating a whole range of vision conditions and eye disease. We focus on what you care about, finding the right combinations of frames and lenses so nothing prevents you from living your best life. Laster Eye Center, we focus on more than your vision. You'll see.
I'm Josh with Vision Exteriors. If you're concerned about the storms over the last couple years and the effects they've had on your roof, or the endless maintenance on your siding, or the energy efficiency on your windows, just give us a call or go online, schedule an appointment, and we'll be out there.
I'm not real popular with the insurance companies because I see the mayhem they cause every day by holding your hard-earned money in their good hands. But it's your money. I don't go with the flow, and I don't believe their bullshit. They only wish they could stop me, and the last thing they want is for you to have my number in your phone, because I'll give them mayhem. I'm Phil Votaw. You never met a lawyer like me.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
We're back, Greenwood Bulldog Nation, Claire Bates Arena, Van Buren, Arkansas. Lady Bulldogs here playing the Lady Pointers as they make their way back onto the court after that halftime. Greenwood jumped out to a quick lead here in the beginning of the game with a quick 18 points in that first half, and then came out a little bit on the cold side here in the second period with an additional 8 points as they now are in the lead, 26-23. Ashlyn Rose, she accounted for 3 points. Piper Pitts had 2 points. Izzy Smith with 4. Pate Jones has got 3 points as she knocked down a big three-pointer there to answer in the first period. And Piercy, she's leading the team right now with 14 points of her own. Rose has been working hard down inside on rebounding as she's picked up 4 rebounds tonight with 1 steal. Piper Pitt, she's accounted for 1 clean steal as the girls have worked well getting their hands in the passing lane and knocking the ball loose and then getting on the floor. We've had several hustle plays where the ball ended up on the floor and we've had our girls get down and go after it. Other standouts was Pate Jones as she's got 3 rebounds to her name as well. 26-23. Greenwood up by 3 points here as we head into the second half of the game. Greenwood again 5-2 in the conference. As they've been playing well on the road. As Izzy Smith, she got her season high of 40 points last Friday up at Mountain Home. As she got the hot hand, and a lot of those points came in the second half. So we'll be looking to see if somebody can get that hot hand here in the second half. And we can stretch out this lead against the Lady Pointers. Greenwood walked away with a win when they started off the conference series here back at the 1st of January as Greenwood was able to beat Van Buren 81-58 there in HB Stewart Arena. So Greenwood looking to get their second win of the season against the Lady Pointers as we head in here in the last few seconds before we start the second half. Some of our leaders percentage-wise, Piper Pitts with 37% shooting from the field, and Izzy Smith with a great 44%. Kyla Piercy, she's right ahead at 45%. As we get ready to inbound, here comes the Lady Pointers. Left to right, Greenwood on defense here on the right-hand side. Van Buren with the ball at the free throw line in the lane, kicks it back out left side wing, and there's a three-pointer for Gilbert. Here comes Jones for the Bulldogs. Right-hand side over to Pitts. Quick pass left side to Rose. Rose back outside the 3 to Smith. Smith drives, top of the key. Lost the handle for a bit, had to reset. Pitts cut across the lane, looking for the pass, then to Jones. Piercy, top of the key, right-hand side down to the block, up and off the glass, good, and there's a foul for an and one for Kyla Piercy, and she's going to go to the line to shoot her and one. Greenwood now 28-26, looking to add an extra point by Piercy, and it's up and good for Piercy. Piercy playing with 2 fouls. Izzy Smith also playing with 2 fouls. As the Greenwood starting lineup's back on the floor. Greenwood looking to trap here on the near side. Cross-court pass by Van Buren. They get her tied up right at the timeline. Van Buren, top of the key. Looks for the cutter, wasn't there. Cross-court pass by Van Buren. Rose got her hand on it, knocked it away, rebounded by Smith. Smith gets it out of trouble. Everybody gets set. She looks to drive right side. Spin move in the lane. Left hand side to Rose for 3. Off the iron, no good. Piercy almost with the rebound, but knocked away. Van Buren ball. Van Buren on the right side wing. Lob pass inside. Van Buren's big comes down with it. She brings the ball down waist high, gets knocked away by Smith, and there's a forced error as Van Buren tries a cross-court pass, and it goes out of bounds. Inbound now on the far side by Pitts. into Jones. Jones across the timeline. Piercy comes out, ball down underneath. She recovers, drives left side, right-handed shot from about 10 feet. Nice shot by Piercy. She lost control, regained, and then came up with a nice shot there in the lane. Van Buren with the ball, trying to cross the timeline. They do. Right side wing. She drives into the lane, kicks it into their big, off the back of the iron, rebounded by Van Buren. Rebounded the second shot by Rose, and that's 5 rebounds for Rose. But Van Buren picks off a pass. And it's 31-28. We've got a timeout on the floor. Looks like that timeout is Van Buren, and it's going to be a full timeout for tonight. Greenwood now 31-28. As Greenwood's got a home game coming up this Friday, as Harrison's going to come to town after Greenwood went up there last week, and Greenwood will be looking to avenge an overtime loss where Greenwood came up short by 3 in that game there in Harrison, 52-55. We've got 4 home games left and 2 on the road. Got to go up to Farmington, the newcomer in the league and currently the 5A West leader. And then the next away game will be Siloam Springs, as Greenwood will be looking to get their second win this year against Siloam Springs. 31-28. Greenwood up by 3. And it'll be Greenwood's ball on the baseline as they got to go full court to get back to their basket. Only foul issues is Izzy Smith with 2 and Kyla Piercy with 2. Everybody else, 1 foul or less. And here comes the Lady Bulldogs. Jones with the ball as she comes up center court. And we've got another stoppage in play. There was some water on the court. They'll get that mopped up quickly. Right there in front of the Lady Bulldog bench. 31-28. Greenwood looking to get their second win against the Van Buren Pointers for this conference season as they walked away, like I said earlier, with a 81-58 win. Here comes Jones as she's out on the logo for Van Buren. Lob pass into Smith. She recovers. Back top of the key. Looks to drive. Pulls it back. She looks for a cutter. Left-hand side down to the block. Right-handed layup up off the back of the glass. And we've got a foul called. That's going to be on Smith, and that's going to be her 3rd foul. Here come the Lady Pointers trying to get across the timeline. She pulls up just as she crosses, and Greenwood had a chance to trap. Long 3-pointer for Gilbert. Well, that's her second 3-pointer here in the second half. Right-hand side to Rose. She makes a move to the baseline. It gets knocked out of bounds by Gilbert. Be Greenwood's ball on the baseline. Pitts the inbound. Cutters in the lane, out to Piercy. Piercy gets the ball, drives in the lane, makes a quick pass down inside to Pitts, and couldn't quite get her hands on it, and it goes out of bounds on the baseline. Here come the Lady Pointers. Tie game, 31-31, just under 5 minutes here in the 3rd period. McDonald with the ball. She gives it back into Odom. Odom picks up her dribble back to McDonald. McDonald at the free throw line. Back up top to Odin. Pass down on the right-hand corner to Cone for 3. No good. Rebounded by Piercy. Piercy right-hand side going quick. Crossover dribble to her left hand. And she goes up for her shot, and she's fouled by Odin. And that's going to send Piercy to the line here. Piercy's first shot is up and good. Looks like they called that foul on Gilbert Be her first personal foul. Got another stoppage as McDonald has to come out and go to the bench for Van Buren. It's like she's going to get some attention from the trainer. And Van Buren's going to make some substitution as Henry comes back in. And now they've let McDonald come back in after the trainer took care of her. Piercy, her second shot after that foul down in the paint. Second shot up off the front of the iron, rebounded by Rose. Good rebound by Rose as she fought to get position. Back to Piercy at the free throw line, off the side of the iron. Rose fighting hard as that's her 6th rebound of tonight. Van Buren coming up. Greenwood was late on their full court press. Van Buren gets across the timeline on the far left wing. Back across to the right as Smith almost got her hand, or no, that was Jones almost got her hand on it. Pulled it back just in time. That ball went ahead and rolled out of bounds. Here's Jones over to Rose, left side on the wing. Back up top. Pitts with the ball on the right wing. Back to Jones. She's on the logo. Greenwood setting up in their front court set. Left-hand side to Piercy. She makes a move into the lane. Right hand. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Van Buren. Van Buren across the timeline. Left side wing. Long shot for 3. Rolls off the front edge. Rebounded by Van Buren. She can't get her rebound to go. Saved back in by Jones to Pitts, and Pitts is going to be tied up. And that possession arrow is going to go to Greenwood's favor. As Piercy hustled hard to get that ball back into play. Clements now will sub in as Pitts will go to the bench. 32-31, 3.5 minutes left. Jones, as she comes down the middle of the court, across the timeline, looks in the far right to Clements. Back to Jones. Piercy cut through the lane, couldn't get open. Jones with the ball into Clements. Clements right wing, pass down to a cutting Piercy. Piercy gets pushed from behind on the floor, called. And that's going to be on Henry. And that'll be her 3rd foul of the night. Clements the inbounds on the baseline. She's looking for Piercy as the outlet. Gets it in to Smith. Smith was on the wing, drove in, left-hand lane in the lane. She gets fouled as she went up to shoot, as she's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul was on Cone, her first foul of the night. Van Buren with 4 team fouls. That shot's up, rolls around, good for Smith. Smith's second shot. Be her second free throw of the night. It's up and good. She's perfect from the line so far. Van Buren coming up to the half-court line. They're in trouble. Greenwood looking to trap now as they cross midcourt. 3 people trapping. Jones dropped back to get in the passing lane. Drive down in the lane by Gilbert. And she's going to be fouled. And that foul is going to go on Rose. Rose's first foul for the night. That's Greenwood's second team foul for the 3rd period. 34-31, just under 3 minutes left as Van Buren misses their first attempts from the free throw line. And Pitts will come in now as she subs in for Rose. Second shot for the Lady Pointers. It's up, rolls around. Good. Here comes Jones down the midcourt. Lob pass into Piercy. Knocked away by Van Buren. And that'll put us on the baseline with Pitts to work the inbounds pass. Inbounds far right corner to Piercy. She drives in the lane. Nice little floater for 2. Greenwood up 36-32. Looking to get on a run. Van Buren across the timeline, picks up the dribble, gives it over to Gilbert. Greenwood looking the trap. Back up top. Pitts comes out on the ball. Van Buren drives in the lane. Little dish down to their big McDonald, and McDonald gets two there in the lane. Jones quickly up the court. Drives in the lane, left hand, kicks it back out top to Clement. She couldn't get it to go for three. Van Buren with the ball, down by two. Greenwood 36-34, right at 2 minutes left here in the third period. Gilbert to inbound on the far boundary. Long cross-court pass, dangerous. Greenwood couldn't get to it in time. Right side wing, back toward the top of the key. Back to the right side, left side corner. Shot for Gilbert, and that's three for Gilbert. Her third three-pointer of the third period. Jones with the ball, knocked away by Van Buren, recovered by Piercy. Piercy looks to drive toward the lane, behind the back up top to Jones for three. Good! Peyton Jones knocked down a nice three-pointer and keeps Greenwood in the lead, 39-37. Minute 25 seconds left here in the third period. Top of the key, drives from Van Buren down in the lane. She gets two from the easy little layup inside. Greenwood with the ball. Smith, she drives in the lane, left hand, up off the glass, good for two. Great hustle by Smith as she worked her way down through the lane to get that easy layup as she beat the defense. Van Buren, right side wing, drives toward the baseline. She's fouled. And that's going to be a foul on Jones. That'll be Pate's first foul of the night, and she's going to take a seat on the bench quickly as Dolan comes in. Keely Dolan, number 4, now in the game for Greenwood. Tough defense by Smith, looking the trap. And Clements going to get called for a touch foul. Her second foul of the night. Inbound in front of the Van Buren bench. Back toward half court. She nearly throws it out of bounds as she tried to give it back to the inbound. Ball's in trouble for Van Buren. Knocked away by Smith. Couldn't recover it. Smith back on the ball. Tough defense. Looking the trap. Dolan and Smith trapping. Top of the key for the Lady Pointers. Right-hand corner to Cone. Cone's three-pointer off. No good. Rebounded, though, by the Lady Pointers. And another shot up for three by Odin. 41-42. Greenwood down by 1 with 15 seconds left here in the third period. And a foul called. And that's going to be on Cone for the Lady Pointers. 15 foul. That should send Greenwood to the line to shoot. Smith at the line for her first free throw. Nope. Second shot for Greenwood from the line, and it's up, rolls around, no good. Van Buren with the ball on the far side. Looks like a kick was called or off the knee. Inbound with 8 seconds left. Almost stolen away by Piercy. Top of the key, Van Buren, three-point shot up, no good. Rebounded in, knocked in. That's the end of our third period of the game. Greenwood 42, Van Buren 42. We'll be back here in a moment. This is Bulldog basketball.
How long have they been in business?
100 years.
100 years? That's nothing. We've been standing here almost that long. Why are we here again?
I'm trying to get one of those Farmers Bank ATV loans.
An ATV loan? You mean we've been posing all this time so you can get an ATV loan?
You know, you don't have to be a farmer to bank at Farmers. Farmers Bank is celebrating 115 years of serving the financial needs of everyone in the River Valley. And farmers.
We're back. Claire Bates Arena here in Van Buren, Arkansas. The Greenwood Lady Bulldogs taking on the Van Buren Lady Pointers. Kyla Piercy, after 22 points. 9 points for Izzy Smith, 6 points for Pate Jones, as Greenwood was able to put 16 points on the board here in the third period. We're tied up now, though, 42-42. Van Buren with the ball, moving left to right. Is Van Buren. Ball right on top, right inside the free throw line, back up top. Stolen away by Smith, and she's fouled. Great defense by Smith as she stepped inside of that passing lane and gets fouled by Oden. Greenwood with the ball, far side. That's Oden's third foul of the night. Good to get them in some foul trouble. Smith with the ball, left-hand side to Dolan. No good. Three just off the mark. Here comes Van Buren quickly. 1-on-3. Shot no good. Rebounded by Clements. Here comes Smith. She's in there with a little floater in the lane. Couldn't get that to go. Quickly moving Van Buren, far left corner. Drives toward the center of the lane, kicks it back out, back down inside, knocked away by Piercy as she got position on Van Buren's McDonald as she was down low on the block as they tried to lob it in. Van Buren to inbounds on the baseline. Right side wing for three. It's up and good for Oden, as that's her second three-pointer of the night. Here's Piercy crossing the timeline, headed toward the top of the key. Right-hand side, pulls up just inside the free throw line. That's good. Nice little 14-footer for two. Here comes Van Buren. Cross-court pass back over here, the near side, pulls up her dribble. Another cross-court pass that Greenwood couldn't get their hand on. Almost knocked away by Smith. Smith steals it back. She's got a layup right-hand side. And that's good for two as Greenwood's out quick here, 46-45 with two made baskets here inside the first 2 minutes. Van Buren right side wing. Back toward the top of the key on the left wing. Picked up her dribble. Greenwood trapping down low. Back outside for a three-pointer. It's off the mark. No good. She follows her shot. And we've got a foul here on the floor. Looks like that may be on Clements. And that's going to be her third personal foul for the game. Here comes Jones and Rose back in the game as Clements and Dolan will take a seat. Van Buren to inbounds on the baseline. They were in a stack formation. Down inside, they're big on the block. She spins inside. Couldn't get it to go. Oh, my. Greenwood kind of nowhere near touching that ball, and they call it out on Greenwood. So it's back to Van Buren on the baseline. Outlet pass to the safety valve, top of the key. She drives down right-hand side. She loses her footing. Ball goes off of Greenwood, they say. And it's going to be again on the baseline for the Lady Pointers. 6 minutes, Greenwood up by 1. Looking to steal this inbounds pass. Back to the right side, three-point shot, off the mark, rebounded by Piercy. Piercy with 3 rebounds. Top of the free throw line, kicks it back out to Pitts. Piper Pitts, nice three-pointer. That's her first 3 of the night. Like to see her get a hot hand from the three-pointer line, and she can get another tray. Van Buren picks up their dribble. Now back in the top to McDonald. Right side wing as Greenwood comes out, looks for a chance to trap. Left side wing as Gilbert drives. They shut that drive down. Greenwood 49, Pointers 45. Top of the key, shot for 3, off the mark. Rebounded, comes out by Pitts with the rebound. Pitts drives, gets it to Jones as she hands it off. Jones drove, and that ball is knocked out of bounds by Odom. Van Buren sub again now. Henry comes in, number 12, and Greenwood sets up. Piper Pitts to inbound on the baseline. Piercy with the cut. It wasn't there. Outlet pass, top key. Back downside to Pitts. Pitts drives baseline. She gets pushed, and they say she steps out on the baseline. Turnover, 49-45. Greenwood ahead. Just under 5 minutes left here in the game. Van Buren with the ball across the timeline. Foul called, and that's going to be on Rose. Her first foul, or second foul of the night for Rose. Greenwood back with their original starting five in the game here in the last period of the game. Pitts on the ball, looking to trap. She's got the hardest job, knocked away by Piercy. Piercy's fouled as she got in front of the Van Buren big down on the block. And that's going to be third foul on Cone. Sub as Gilbert comes back into the lane. Inbound by Jones into Piercy. Piercy with the ball. She goes left side of the top of the key. Back to Rose, back to Jones. Piercy now on the left side wing as she drives toward the lane. Down toward the right side block. Up, around, off the mark as it rolled around and just couldn't fall down. As it covered the entire rim. Van Buren with the ball. Down by 4. Baseball pass in the middle of the court. Gilbert drives tough. Knocked away by Jones, and it falls out of bounds as Jones with a nice little block. She got a 49-45. We're at over 4 minutes, and we've got a timeout. And that timeout's going to go to Van Buren, a full timeout for the Lady Pointers. Starting five back in the game here with these 4 minutes left, 49-45. Greenwood ahead by 4. Came out strong as Pitts knocked down a 3, and Smith and Piercy have been able to add a few more points as they've had some nice shots there in the lane, looking to drive whenever they get a chance. Van Buren has answered with a few three-pointers by Odin, as they've been her go-to shooter tonight for three-pointers. 49-45. Like I said, Greenwood will take on Harrison this Friday as they look to avenge that loss from last week in overtime when they had to go on the road to play Harrison last Tuesday. Van Buren inbound the ball on the baseline. They'll be under their own basket. Ball's inbounded to Gilbert. Smith up, tough defense, now trapped. Ball's knocked around. Piercy got her hand on it. Van Buren's in trouble. They get the ball back toward the lane. McDonald drives in. She's able to get a little jumper in the paint for 2. Here comes Jones. Jones crossover, left-handed layup off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Piercy, and she gets the foul and the and one. She picks up her 4th rebound of the night. Fantastic offensive rebound for Piercy. She picked up her 2nd bucket here in the 4th period. 51-47. Piercy to get her and one, and it's up and good. 52-47. Greenwood trying to go on a run here. Full court trap defense. Oh, my. As Smith's going to pick up a foul as she was playing a tight defense, had her hands in the air. And they're going to get Smith, looks like. Nope. I never saw the signal. So we got a timeout, 30-second timeout for Van Buren. So we've only got Izzy Smith with 3 fouls. That's the only one in serious trouble. And then Clements also with 3 fouls. But as far as the girls that are on the floor, Izzy Smith's the only one having to watch what she does. Van Buren's got a couple of girls in trouble. They got 4 fouls on Henry and 3 fouls on Cone. Van Buren ends the ball here off the near side. They go to the far side across the timeline. She picks up her dribble. That's in Greenwood's favor. Down into McDonald. McDonald's at the top outside the three-point line. Hands it into Gilbert. Gilbert inside the three. She can't get that to go. Rebounded by Van Buren. Drive in by Cone. Off the glass. And they're going to get an and-one foul. That's going to be on Rose. That should be her 3rd foul of the night. 52-49. Lady Pointers at the free throw line to shoot their and one. Just over 3 minutes left here in the game, and it's up and good. As Gilbert's going to come out, and they'll send Odom back in. Jones with the ball, 52-50. Greenwood up by 2. 3 minutes left here in the game. Jones with the ball into Piercy. Piercy looks to drive, left-hand side, spin back inside the paint. Jones inside the lane, left-hand side, can't get it to go. Rebounded Lady Pointers. Back to McDonald. She crosses the timeline. She was in trouble for a little bit as Smith was up in her face. Smith's working hard, chasing the ball in this zone offense. Piercy almost with her hand on the ball. Down inside to McDonald as she tries, and it goes out of bounds. As Greenwood did a good job in defense with their hands straight up, just like they're taught. I've seen Castleman instructing from the sideline. Into Smith. Smith has the ball from Jones. She's top of the key. She drives, kicks it back out right-hand side to Pitts. Left wing to Piercy. Piercy drives right side. They crash in on her, and she's fouled by Odom. And that's her first foul of the night. That's going to send Piercy to the line to shoot 2. And that first shot's going to be up and good for Piercy. Second shot for Piercy, 53-50. Greenwood off the back of the iron. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Van Buren. McDonald with the ball. She drives across, pulls up her dribble on the left wing. McDonald with the ball again for Van Buren. She took 2 dribbles, pulled up on the right side to Cone. Cone tried to dribble inside. Jones got her hand on it and just couldn't keep control, and it rolls out of bounds as Van Buren sends Gilbert back in now for some offense. Gilbert to inbound on the baseline. Ball inside, almost knocked away by Piercy. Kick back out, left side wing from 3. And Odom knocks down a 3, and it's tie game, minute 40. Piercy with the ball, quick pass to the right to Jones, back to Pitts for 3, off the back of the iron, couldn't get it to go. And we've got a foul on Piercy. That's her 3rd for the night. That's going to be on the floor. Van Buren ball on the baseline under Greenwood's basket. They got to go full court. Greenwood set up for their trap. Smith sags back to take the pass away. Across the timeline. Odom with the ball. Finds somebody behind the defense. She misses her shot but gets her rebound. Kicks it back to Gilbert. Gilbert dribbles out. New shot clock. Up at top by McDonald. Right-hand side as they drive in by Cone. In the lane. Rose tried to knock the ball away, and I think they're going to get her. Nope, they get Piercy. And that's going to be her 4th foul. Greenwood now 5 team fouls, and that's going to send McDonald to the line to shoot 2. It's off the back of the iron. It's her first trip to the free throw line tonight. And a miss. Henry now in. She's a senior for the Lady Pointers. Second shot. Greenwood tied 53-53. That's up and good. We got a minute left. Van Buren up by 1. Tough pass down inside the pit. She passed up a 2-pointer. Gives a dish to Piercy for 2 as she cut into the lane. Nice fast turnaround by Greenwood, up by 1, 55-54. Van Buren with the ball, getting sloppy way outside the 3-point line. Knocked away by Piercy. Piercy's got all the time she needs, and she lays it up in for 2 as no one was back to try to stop her. Coming up on 30 seconds here left in the game. Greenwood 57, Van Buren 54. Looking to get the second win against Van Buren this year. Right-hand side down the baseline. Rose comes in, plays tough defense. Nice defense by Rose. Baseball pass down to Smith, up and rolls off. No foul call. Van Buren back, under 15 seconds left, and we've got a timeout by Van Buren. Greenwood up now by 3 with 13.2 seconds left. Timeout by the Lady Pointers. And that's going to be a full timeout by the Lady Pointers. Some fantastic defense. Rose got that set up as she went in and played tough defense as Van Buren tried to drive the baseline and did a fantastic job. Slid her feet, stopped that penetration, and then Greenwood was able to knock it away and go down for the score. 57-54. Greenwood looking to get their second win against the Lady Pointers here in conference play here in 2025, as they'll have a chance to overcome that Harrison loss this Friday, as Harrison will come down and play the Lady Bulldogs in the friendly atmosphere at HB Stewart Arena. So it'll be good to get back into hometown and see some friendly faces in the stands, as this timeout's about over and everybody's coming out of their huddles. 13.2 seconds. Greenwood up by 3 points. Van Buren to inbound right there in front on beside the scorer's table. Shot clock is off. It's not a factor, as Greenwood just needs to play solid defense here and not give up an easy 3. Ball inbounded, almost knocked away. Far wings back to the top. Knocked away partially. Knocked away again by Piercy. Piercy fights for it on the ground, and they're going to call a foul there on Gilbert, looks like. And that'll send Piercy to the line to shoot 2 shots. 57-54, 1 second left here in the game for Piercy as she steps to the line for her first of 2. And it rolls around. Can't get it to fall. Jones comes up for some encouragement into the ear of Piercy. Piercy's ready to shoot the second shot. Greenwood up by 3. And that second shot is up and good. Long throw from Van Buren, no good, as Greenwood wins the game. 58-54. We'll be back with some game stats here just in a moment. This is Bulldog basketball.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
See Shelter Agent Jason Hill in Greenwood and ask about Shelter's competitive rates.
In this part of the country, it's a way of life. You're going about your day without a cloud in the sky. Then suddenly, you find yourself wondering how solid your home really is. With over 30 years of certified experience, let our team give you the same assurance on a stormy night that you feel on a clear afternoon. Before the downpour, before the leaks, call Foster Roofing, serving Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley since 1994.
We're back, Greenwood Bulldog fans. Claire Bates Arena in Van Buren, Arkansas, as Greenwood just pulled off the win, 58-54, as the game came down to the wire, as both teams fought back with different leads. And Greenwood was able to hang on to that lead all the way to the final buzzer. Top point getter for tonight, Kyla Piercy with 33 points for the game, followed up by Izzy Smith with 11. Ashlyn Rose stood out with 6 rebounds for the night. Several of those were offensive rebounds, which gave us an opportunity to stay in the game as the Van Buren Pointers were able to tighten that gap. Greenwood scored 18 points in the first period, 8 in the second, 16 in the third and the fourth, as they were able to keep that win in the win column. So Greenwood 58, Van Buren 54. We'll see the Lady Bulldogs back in action this Friday against Harrison at 6 o'clock. We'll be back here soon with the boys game. This is Bulldog basketball.